back, guys. Lenny Reed, Dynamite Diesel. And unfortunately, every project comes to a point where you get it complete and you think to yourself, what am I going to do with this now? So, Mitch and I have had some discussions, and we've kind of decided to
we're gonna pull the stroker motor out of the blue baller, put it in Miller's truck, put Miller's motor in the blue baller.
Now, why, you might ask? I'm going to sell this thing.
For sale.
I bought it as a used truck with 13,000 miles on it. I drove it for 20,000 miles. We've spent, well, we've got a PCS controlled valve body.
Yep.
John built the transmission, all the good parts. So transmission's awesome. We have Carly's pin top suspension kit.
Oh yeah.
King shocks.
Everything.
It's not really a 3/4 ton anymore. It's more like a 5/8 ton.
Yeah.
Because the rear springs don't really work like 3/4 ton springs.
Yeah, they're super soft.
Goes down the road nice. Drives really well, and with huge shocks on it, it's very good handling.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got more barns and more storage than some countries, and they're all full.
Every single one, full to the top.
So to give somebody an opportunity of owning this thing, what I decided to do was, honestly, we probably had, by the time I bought the truck, did suspension, transmission, motor, labor, there was an easy 100 grand in this truck. Probably wasn't really worth it. So we're gonna put Miller's motor, which is 2,000 miles old?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe 2,000 miles on Miller's truck?
Yeah.
550 horsepower, stock pistons, really good 12 millimeter pump, 63 millimeter SXE, T3 foot.
Yep.
Just a great driving motor.
Drives really good.
We're gonna put it in the blue truck. And then we've done everything to the blue motor, so.
Yeah, the blue motor's, that's full stroker motor. It's got the 12.5 mil plunger pump on it. It's got 63 over 76 compounds. It's got all the fun stuff. And you're just kind of to the point where it's like the blue truck kind of needs to go down the road. It's cool, but it serves no purpose other than just being cool.
Old Man Miller's truck, like that has some sentimental value to me, so I want to keep that thing around for a very long time. It's got 250,000 miles on it, and most people would think that it's worn out, but they didn't know Dave. So that truck is going to get this motor because, you know, by the time we build a head, a lower end, good connecting rods,
Yeah.
there's just a pile of money in this motor that I would never have recovered by just giving it away to somebody in the blue truck. And I really do want to drive a 5-speed 1-ton dually with 750 horsepower, so.
Yeah, the 5-speed will be hanging on for dear life.
It'll be fine. I drive cautiously.
Where and when?
Sometimes. So I think it'll be fun and plus I'm really big on noise. I don't like noise. And you know, when you have one muffler plus 2 turbos, that's actually 3 mufflers.
Mm-hmm.
So they go down the road really quietly with 2 turbos and a muffler.
Yeah, compounds quiet them down a ton.
I'm super excited about that.
Hmm?
So blue truck's gonna go down the road about 550 horsepower pretty soon. Mitch will probably have it running next week. Black truck will get blue truck's motor, and I'll just keep the black truck around forever and use that to haul snowmobiles or camper or wood or ass, whatever I want. So without further ado, I guess we'll walk you around the truck and kind of show you what we got about the blue truck with a soft tear in my eye.
I'm not crying. I could see it go.
This is probably going to be the second to last video you ever see the blue truck. We'll get it running, we'll get it on the dyno, make sure it's still perfect with that motor in it.
Yeah.
And that'll probably be the last video, maybe of somebody driving it away down my driveway one day, but kind of, it's a really sad but happy day.
Have some like funeral music as it like drives away from you.
Man, like almost a funeral procession.
Yeah.
All my friends might need to be here to watch that day. Now it'll be good to see this thing go and actually get somebody to drive it. Hopefully it's somebody in Arizona, California, someplace warm and dry. So
Nice and dry, no salt. Yeah.
Yeah, keep it out of the salt. Please keep it out of the salt.
Yep.
All right, so we got Old Man Miller's motor. It's SXE 363. Mitch just went through it.
Yep.
It's got factory style pistons still in it.
Yeah.
Was this the factory bore?
Yeah.
I think it's still got factory pistons in it, but we did re-rings,
And we honed the cylinders.
decked the top of the block,
Yeah.
decked the top of the pistons. I want to say that piston protrusion is right around 25 thousandths.
Oh yeah.
Camshaft.
I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't know what it has for a cam in it.
I think it's stock, but if it's not stock,
It's like a super small something.
yeah, and I would think that it would be like a really small Hamilton, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
It's got 60-pound valve springs in it, 12 millimeter P7100 that's been balanced. Good converter in it.
Yeah, it's got a DPC,
DPC filter.
low stall converter.
The converter that is in this truck was, we took 2 whacks at it.
Yes.
Stall speed worked really
This
awesome.
one was really good. Yeah.
With these gears, these tires, it worked fantastic. So
Yep.
DPC converter, it's got billet input shaft.
It's got 3 shafts in it.
It's got billet input, billet intermediate, billet output shaft.
Yep.
It's got a standalone valve body that Logan Built provided for us.
Yep. With PCS controlled,
PCS control,
tuned by
truck source diesel.
Truck Source, and then we went in and fine tuned it for the truck itself.
So tranny works really, really good. It has remote start. It has a backup camera.
Yeah.
It's just a good truck.
Got a lot of cool stuff in it.
And I guess until you get this thing running and we can take it for a test drive, it's probably all we got.
That's about it. Yeah, it's gonna come with the Banks intake horn. We're gonna send it off, powder coat it. We're gonna get the exhaust manifold off.
Not to interrupt, but I want to tell you why. This thing is such a pain in the beep to work around. And as many times as we adjust injection pump and change injectors and all the things, there's way too many bolts. You can't purchase the gaskets for the intake air horns anymore. So
At least I couldn't get a hold of them.
it was, this thing, it's probably a really good piece. It does offer a nice divide of air going equally into the motor.
Oh, yeah.
I get the concept of it, but for us and how often we're always tinkering on trucks,
Pain.
it was very difficult to own. So
Yeah.
So this thing, we're gonna set it for whoever gets it, and then you get it forever.
Yeah. You can have it.
It'll be powder coated. Valve covers are powder coated.
Yep.
All the accessories like thermostat housing and bracket for alternator, that kind of stuff, we'll get that stuff powder coated just to make it look clean. We're gonna thermal coat this ATS exhaust manifold. It's gonna look good, it's gonna be clean, and it'll run really good.
Oh yeah.
You know, kind of mostly if we had to really talk about what I'm most excited about, it's about putting that motor in that truck and getting ready to actually drive that thing down the road and just own it for a good long time.
I'm pretty excited to see this in front of a manual tranny in that pickup. I think it's going to be like a ridiculous amount of fun.
It should be exceptional.
It should be fun.
Yeah, and I don't want to buy a 6-speed manual transmission for durability and strength's sake, but with this much power and that much weight, I might end up buying a manual transmission 6-speed just for the strength of it, because it's probably going to
I know a guy.
It's probably going to get broke. Yeah, so we'll probably end up hitting up Andrew.
He already told me he's got one for you.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. I told him what we were doing. He was like, I got one for him.
Yeah, maybe I should give him this one before I break it then.
Might be a good idea.
Probably save me thousands. All right, guys. Well, we're going to get after it and get this thing swapped out. So we'll see you in a few days and let you know how it turns out.
See ya.